Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Is jazz hands like this or like this?
Jazz hands? Jazz hands is when
this.
you do that.
This is spirit fingers.
Jazz hands is this.
This is jazz hands. This is spirit fingers.
Is it?
Yeah, you know, and bring it on. These aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
That was a pretty funny part.
Yeah.
I remember that part.
Yeah.
But I like the jazz hands. Those jazz hands are cool.
Yeah.
Jazz hands are cool.
Cheers to...
Woo! Cheers.
Jazz hands.
And welcome to the bar and jazz hands for everyone.
Welcome to the bar. Jazz hands for you and me and you.
Absolutely. Welcome everybody to a jazz hands kind of day. Ooh, that's nice.
You like it?
Yeah, with our limited supply of inventory, you did pretty well.
Thanks.
You'd almost think we were on a juice cleanse or something.
A juice cleanse. No. No.
Have you ever made a smoothie that had alcohol in it? An alcoholic smoothie? This barely fits on the coaster.
I know. Mine, like... Nah. Have you ever made an alcoholic smoothie? No, I don't think so.
How come? How come you never made an alcoholic smoothie?
I don't know. I think it's because I tend not to like thick, cold alcoholic drinks. Like I don't like the semi-frozen kind of alcoholic drinks.
Fair. So a smoothie that's alcoholic isn't really your thing.
Yeah.
Because it's thick. It's the thick part.
Yeah.
I wonder why. That's kind of weird.
I don't know. I'm not like a...
I can't say I've had like smoothies that were alcoholic at all. Like I don't think I've ever had one.
When you order one in a restaurant is kind of like a smoothie type of deal.
Maybe a little. I think I might have had one of those.
Yeah, I can't see you liking that. I barely like it, and I like coconut a lot.
Yeah, I think I might have tried one somewhere.
I don't like that combination, though. I don't like the combo of coconut and pineapple.
Fair.
It's weird.
Fair.
Yuck.
You don't like the combination of coconut and pineapple?
No, I do not. Nope. Yep.
Well, I enjoy pineapple, and then coconut I'm kind of cuspy.
I like coconut. I love coconut. Yeah. I also love pineapple.
Okay, fair.
They're not together.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, they gotta be separate. Gotta keep them separated.
Fair. So you gotta keep them separated.
Yeah.
And if you don't keep them separated, then it just doesn't work out.
Nope.
Fair. Okay, well that's cool.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, you know, as far as like smoothies go and making a thick smoothie.
I made a smoothie today.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it kind of reminded me of like, you know, putting alcohol in things, but I've never had a smoothie that had like alcohol in it. I've only just had fresh, delicious, amazingly tasting smoothies.
Yep, I've had my fair share of fresh, delicious, amazingly tasting smoothies. I've also had my fair share of not fresh, not amazingly tasty smoothies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
Slurp.
Well, I mean, I've only had good smoothies. I don't know, when did you have a bad one?
I've made some that are kind of like meh. Oh, there was this one I made. I don't even know if you would call it a smoothie.
I don't know if I've had a bad smoothie, man. I've usually only had good smoothies.
Okay, what constitutes a smoothie?
Mostly fruits blended together with maybe some yogurt and, you know, whatever else you want. It can be pretty random.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then this was, I guess, a blended drink. Like, it had some fruit in it. Like, I think it had apples in it. But it had a lot of celery.
Cool.
And a lot of ginger.
Cool.
And it was awful.
Oh, not cool.
No, like,
not cool.
Talking about juice cleanse, like, if you feel like your body just needs to be flushed of a bunch of crap, then 100% that thing would work. But...
Okay, so this drink would definitely cleanse your system if you're looking to do some sort of juice cleanse.
Yeah.
But it's not the tastiest thing ever.
It's really not.
Okay.
Fair. No.
Fair.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, and especially
one of my cookbooks.
if you're putting a lot of ginger in it, which ginger is very good for you, but it's a strong taste. So if you're putting ginger in like a smoothie or something like that, I don't know if I've ever had ginger in a smoothie, but I feel like it might throw it off or might not be the best mix or something like that.
It's just, it was very strong.
Fair.
I don't know how to describe it. I think there's a hair on my boob.
Interesting.
Oh. Did I get it? No, it's still there. Ah!
Whoa!
I shed.
You shed?
Yeah. I shed lots.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Some people use smoothies as like health kind of motivational things, and if you drink too many smoothies, then you end up shedding a lot. So that's what happens. So be careful how many smoothies you drink, because then you'll end up like you and you'll just.
You gotta watch your smoothie though, because smoothies are one of those things that people think are really good for you because it has fruit and yogurt and stuff like that, which are good for you, but it contains a lot of those things.
That's fair.
Like, it has a lot of fruit in it, and oftentimes, and then this is more for if you go somewhere and order a smoothie, like whether you're at a breakfast place or like a smoothie bar or whatever.
That's fair. Are smoothie bars still popular?
I have no idea.
Fair.
But they are full of sugar. Full of sugar.
True.
Like,
true.
more than pop.
True.
Granted, it's natural sugar, but it's still going to spike your blood pressure.
Yeah.
Or not your blood pressure, sorry, your blood sugar.
Blood sugar, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So you gotta watch that.
Maybe, do you think it would be worth it if we tried to put together some sort of smoothie with a few alcoholic spices to it? Do you think that'd be something that you'd want to try?
Not really. I just said I didn't really like.
I know, but I'm just saying,
thickness.
would it be? I know, but I'm just saying, would it be? I know you said that, but I'm just saying, would it be something that you, because you've never done it, you don't really know.
Well, I ordered it.
Like you've ordered a smoothie with alcohol?
Well, like a pina colada, like I was saying.
But the pina colada, I don't even know if I would really put that in the smoothie
blended
category.
Coconut and pineapple.
I know, but
it's frozen chunks of pineapple blended with coconut and milk. That's a smoothie. The only thing it's missing is yogurt.
Okay, all right. It's cuspy a little bit. It's cuspy.
It's cuspy?
It's cuspy a little bit, okay. but I think maybe you can make it winded, but I think it's a little cuspy. That's why I was hesitant to just lump it in there right away, because I feel like it's a little cuspy. Lump it in there.
I don't like thick alcohol.
You don't like it lumpy.
No.
You don't like it lumpy. You don't want that lumpy lumpiness.
Lumpy drinking things is the worst. I hate drinking things with lumps in it. It's disgusting. Like, anything with lumps in it is disgusting. Like, when I was trying to be really healthy, when I was a little
drinking things with lumps is gross.
It is gross. When I was trying to be really healthy and like overly so, like I think it was a problem. I tried to eat cottage cheese multiple times because cottage cheese is very good for you. But holy crap, that shit is disgusting. I can't.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the best.
And it's because I'm a texture person, and it's like, bleh, it's like cartilage. It's disgusting. Can't deal. I've tried it many different ways. I tried it savory. I tried it sweet. I tried it plain. I tried, like, lactose free. It's all disgusting.
Fair.
All nasty. Rice pudding. Gross.
Oh, yeah. Rice pudding. I don't know how that ever got popular.
I don't know either. Boba tea. Gross.
Rice pudding, yeah.
Blech.
Some people love rice pudding. I've tried rice pudding a couple times. I don't understand it. I don't know how that ever gained traction at some point to get,
I don't know either.
To get into the point where some people were digging rice pudding all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, I can never feel the rice pudding, man.
Like, who came up with this?
I don't know who came up with rice pudding, but
Someone
that was a weird.
Stoned as
that was
fuck.
a weird point in time.
Who puts rice in pudding?
I don't know.
It's nasty. Don't do it.
I do not recommend it, but somebody already did it a long time ago, and it was kind of caught on for a while. They even packaged it and sold it.
Is it a British thing? feel like that's a pretty
don't know
good
the origins of that, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan, man.
No, me neither.
I am not a huge fan of that at all.
Nope, not in the slightest.
I think the best drink that I've had so far this summer is actually the one that we made here on
Glitter Gator?
Yeah, on that episode where we made the drink.
The Glitter Gator was pretty bomb.
Yeah, that was a super good drink, and out of all the things that I've had so far this summer, I feel like that was the best drink.
I haven't had my Moscow Mule yet.
Oh, okay.
Moscow Mule is usually my
go-to
for summer.
Nice.
I haven't had one yet.
Well, I'm gonna pick some up.
I gotta put that on the agenda.
Put it on the list, we'll pick some up.
It's on the list.
There you go, we'll get mulin'. But that's sweet, man. That's super sweet.
I can't remember. You don't like them, eh?
Once again, cusp.
Okay.
I'm like neutral. I'm a neutral rider. Did I get a little lippy
You're like that kid.
with my words? In the Benchwarmers movie, where he's just spitting on everyone, and it's flying everywhere.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Oh my god! Did you ever have any actual real life interactions with somebody who would spit a lot while they were talking?
No.
Good, me neither. I feel like it's like I hope that's like a rare thing.
I hope so too. Yuck.
Somebody that just kind of projects.
Ew. I mean, it happens once in a while. But
well, if it's accidental, sure.
Yeah.
But you should have control over your
Spittle?
amount of things that's coming out of your mouth while you're talking, or else you're just like,
yeah.
God bless you. Get a towel or something, you know what I mean? Clean that up.
Can you imagine you were one of those people and you had to wear a mask? Ooh. Oh.
That sounds horrible. Yeah, we're both doing the face right now. You got the face going on. I'm sure those people probably enjoy rice pudding.
Ugh, gross.
Maybe it's something that makes them have that problem. They eat too much rice pudding and then...
Yeah, see, that's it. Your body's just actually rejecting it.
Rice pudding leads to rejection, which makes you spit more.
So don't eat rice pudding.
So at the end of the day, just don't eat. Avoid rice pudding. Yes, don't put rice pudding high on your list of things to eat. That is for sure.
Ew. Do you ever get motivated to try weird foods?
I get motivated to try different foods when I get bored of the foods that I like.
Yeah, same.
So I'm in these pockets where, like, I love the food that I like, but if I'm eating too much of the food that I like, you gotta take me somewhere to try something else. Because, like, I enjoy variety in food, for sure, but I do have my favorite pockets that I stick to and I'm super happy with, so... But yeah, I am, I'm down to trying all kinds of weird foods and stuff like that. Like, I literally personally just tried chicken hearts for the first time not that long ago.
Yeah.
And that to me was a little bit of, I never really tried that before.
Yeah, I tried those too, longer ago than you, but still...
And they were okay,
Yeah, I felt the same.
Yeah, I was kind of like,
To me, they tasted good, but the texture of them for me they were kind of chewy, almost like a little rubber.
Yeah, I hear you. A little too chewy almost, and kind of just like...
Yeah. And
apparently they're good for you. But,
they're super good for you. Really, really high in iron. Woo! But...
Yeah, and I'm kind of low in iron sometimes, so
me too.
I've got to put that on the list.
I know. I need to be more conscious of that.
Yeah, no, I'm motivated to try, like, new foods and things like that, and just weird stuff, go to weird places, try different things.
Yeah, if I'm in a place that
I'm not too, like, I used to be a bit more picky, but I'm not too bad now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not overly picky. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. If I'm somewhere where they're doing some sort of weird spicy flavored barbecue or something, like, I'll try it out. Like, I'm not gonna say no to, like, a different variety of spices or trying a different style of barbecue or something like that. Like, I'm all for it.
Is there different styles of barbecue? Is this a thing?
Wow, mostly spices.
Yeah, okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying?
I love trying different spices. Like, feed me.
Yeah.
Feed me spices.
Flavors of wherever, right?
Yep.
I think it's interesting to understand, like, your flavors based on, the more popular places to grow these plants and these,
where they come from,
herbs and spices and countries and stuff. Yeah, like, I think it's it's important to have a base of, your flavors and stuff. But yeah, you can get weird on how you mix them. Like some people are good at that. Like really good at mixing weird spices together and somehow it works. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends on culture too a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
Like, because that's where the spicing mixing comes from. And if you're from a culture or you're really into a culture, say like African culture or Indian culture, a lot of them use a shit ton of spices at once. And they work together because that's just that type of cuisine. But
that's fair. And like I think right now I would describe you as a like super clean, try to be as healthy as you can, healthy-ish eater.
I try.
But like what motivates you to stay more on like the healthy-ish end of the food spectrum with like your choices in eating? Like limiting crappy foods and trying to stay healthy. Like how do you find it works for you to stay kind of motivated to eat clean?
I think
not
I have
like as like fatty or whatever.
I think I have two different reasons. Because I can never have just one.
Hey man, more reasons the better.
So, I was really fat, and I remember that, and how much of a struggle it was when I was really fat in a lot of different areas of my life. And I will occasionally, like I have one picture floating around that I will look at occasionally to kind of remind myself.
Fair, yeah.
So that's a motivator for me.
That's cool.
And then secondly, I just feel like shit when I eat like shit. Like I have no energy. I feel bloated.
Same.
My stomach hurts. It's just no.
Yeah, like I kind of agree with you in that sense too. And I think when I eat just too much, I find overeating really kills me. I know maybe my specifics of what I'm eating don't have to be as narrow.
Okay.
But if my portions are too big or if I'm overeating, then I feel like shit. Like it just like doesn't. I don't feel good.
That's fair.
So I think for me, I understand what you're saying too. But to stay motivated, it's not only to eat healthy, but I feel like shit if I'm eating too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah. And, like, I find, too, if you're eating clean and healthy most of the time, when you do have those, like, really rich things, it feels like an experience because you're not having it all the time.
Like a chocolate milkshake.
I don't remember the last time I had a chocolate milkshake.
Would you describe a chocolate milkshake as a rich thing?
Yeah. Rich is in the sense of, like, heavy, you know what I mean? Like
if you put some ice cream in the milkshake.
Well, usually milkshakes are made from ice cream.
Yeah, I know.
Or it's a smoothie.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Okay. That's exactly what it is. Yep. So depending on what ice cream you're using for that milkshake, it can be super rich, and if you're putting some sauces in a little caramel or something like that,
God.
A little caramel chocolate milkshake. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that tasted funny.
Woo!
Yeah, Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. Did you get some Brussels sprouts? Did you get some Brussels sprouts in there?
Oh yeah, Brussels sprout gas is pleasant.
You're sprouting some Brussels sprouts, my friend.
Yep.
I just want a milkshake now to wash down the Brussels sprouts. I actually haven't had a milkshake in a long time either.
No, me neither.
Been a little bit since my last milkshake.
I saw them when we went to the movies, and I was like, oh man, I haven't had a milkshake in a long time. But milkshakes, as delicious as they taste going into my mouth, they destroy my stomach.
Yeah, and imagine if you had a milkshake and popcorn, your stomach would
oh my
blow
god,
up.
I'd be on the toilet for 2 days.
You would be like...
I'd be like a bloated, hot mess. It would not be pleasant.
Oh my god, that sounds
I would
like
never
a disaster.
do it.
It sounds like a delicious disaster, though, to be honest with you.
True. I'd never do it. There's some things I will suffer through. Like, I will suffer through popcorn occasionally because it's delicious, and there's a time and a place for popcorn. I will suffer after eating ice cream because ice cream is my favorite dessert, and it's yummy.
Oh, nice.
Cheese.
Cool.
That's something I need to be more mindful of. I find I've been eating a lot more cheese than I used to.
Yeah, cheese affects you. Cheese doesn't affect me, which is great because I love cheese. And I can eat a ton of cheese, and my stomach's fine, so I don't have like a cheese thing or. I'm like iron stomach when it comes to cheese, man. Give me that pizza with that extra cheese on it, and I'm all for it. I am down. The more cheese on that pizza, the better. Let me string it to the moon and back. I'm gonna string that pizza up and dip it in a milkshake.
Oh.
I'm gonna dip that crust in a milkshake.
Have you ever dipped a French fry in a milkshake?
Yeah, they're good. It's good.
That's not bad.
I mean, I wouldn't dip all your fries in the milkshake, but I think like if you dipped a few fries in the milkshake, it'd probably be good.
Wait.
You know, like I've done it, but I wouldn't do like all of your fries in the milkshake.
Oh, like continuously?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant all at once.
No.
Okay, that's gross.
No, you don't want to throw all your fries in the milkshake.
No.
It's a little strange.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's like putting gravy on your French fries. There's the perfect amount, and then there's a little bit too much where you're swimming in it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, did you want French fries or just soggy potatoes like covered in gravy? You know what I mean? It's like your French fries are gone now because you basically have gravy soup with French fries in it. You might as well just have a spoon. Some people use so much gravy that you might as well just have a spoon and you might as well just spoon that up.
All right, we gotta change subjects. My stomach is starting to flip flop. Thinking about too much nasty.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's mixing with French fries, milkshakes, and too much gravy. It's
So we were talking a little bit about like staying motivated in today's time, right?
Yeah.
Towards things.
Everything.
Yeah, towards like motivation towards just things.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even matter what it is, cleaning a chair or like sweeping the floor or like just staying motivated to go on a walk on a new hiking trail or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what motivates you in today's world to, you know, we don't have to discover the Americas anymore. You know, they've already been discovered.
Yeah.
So, you know, we don't have to climb Mount Everest to see what's on top because somebody already took a picture. So, you know, what motivates you to discover new things?
Well, see, that one's not super hard for me because I like it. I get really stoked when I discover something new.
Fair.
Really excited, like childish excited.
Cool.
Because I think I'm an adventurer at heart.
Cool.
It's like, for me, the kind of day-to-day stuff. Like, I have to light a fire under my ass. And I think I'm still learning how to do that. And it's funny because 5 years ago, I didn't have any issue with motivation. I was the motivated queen.
That's what I'm saying. Is it comes and goes. So I'm trying to figure out why that happens.
I don't know.
Like, I don't really fully understand motivation. Like, I don't know like where motivation comes from or why some days people have more of it than others.
Some people say that motivation doesn't actually exist. It's all just in your head. Okay. There was when I was in art school. That's
actually cool.
Yeah, there was a tattoo artist that came to talk to us who's phenomenal. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And someone had asked him something about that, like how he stays motivated to keep drawing.
It's a super valid question.
Yeah,
I wonder that a lot. I ask people that all the time, you know. And
he outright said that he thought that motivation was bullshit. And that, like, he just gets up and does it. Like, there's like... To him, there was no other option. So therefore, he didn't need motivation.
Okay. Fair. Now, I'm wondering if that's like because of the situation that you're in where you're drawing tattoos for people and they have to be done a certain way and people have to like your artwork in the tattoo or whatever. So it's not that you're staying motivated to do it. It's just like you have to draw because this is the tattoo that the person wants.
But this was even during when he was learning, like when he was just learning how to draw. Because he didn't start drawing until quite a bit later in his life. Like he didn't start drawing until his, like, I think he said in his early 20s he started drawing.
Okay, cool.
Which is, like, he's not very old. He's younger than me.
Fair.
Just phenomenal artist.
Cool.
And yeah, it was just like, it was something that he wanted to do, I guess, and he just had that goal in mind. And
Fair.
And I guess it just now is ingrained in him. It became a habit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the secret. Maybe you have to make it a habit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not about finding motivation. Maybe it's about creating habits.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you in that sense. Sometimes it is about creating habits, and motivation isn't always, leading you in the right direction anyway.
Expand on that.
I think a lot of times motivation might be steering you like the wrong way too.
How?
Because like you're saying, if you're saying that motivation is bullshit, or motivation, might not fully exist in a way that, like, if you're doing what you love to do, then you don't need motivation to do it because you're just doing it. But yet, if you need motivation to continuously do things that you don't want to do, maybe you gotta let a few things go because you're pushing yourself too much. You're motivating yourself, but not in the right direction.
Gotcha.
So I think maybe motivation is great, and it's awesome to be motivated to do things, to, accomplish something. But I think, a lot of times, you might be trying to self-motivate yourself to do stuff, but is it the right things that you want to do in the first place?
That's fair. Because
I agree with your point, and I actually like your point. Like, I wouldn't go as far as saying that motivation is shit. But
I wouldn't either.
But I think that you need the right direction for your motivation to work. Because if you're motivating yourself to do things that you don't want to do, it's almost steering you the wrong way.
Sometimes that's when you need the motivation, is to do the things that you don't want to do. Like sweep the floor, or
do some laundry, or
do
just some basic stuff.
Like today, I was completely unmotivated to do absolutely anything.
Yeah.
Last night, I said I was going to do laundry today, and then when I got up, I was like, nah.
Some other things happened, yeah.
Not really.
But
it was just me.
It's just, that's the thing, though, is that, sometimes with motivation, I think you're definitely right, where if you find the right thing that you need to do and that you're doing, I think creating habits and, ways of just continuously doing those things is super important, and eventually you'll just do them, and you won't need motivation or watch a motivational video or go to a motivational speaker to get you to do stuff. You're just kind of doing the things you want. You know what I mean?
I find that motivates me too, speaking of which, is listening to motivational speakers, watching TED Talks or things like that. I find if I'm feeling really kind of just down and out, not necessarily depressed, but just not really doing anything.
Fair.
Which I think is different than depression.
Okay.
I think they can kind of coexist.
I think sometimes at some parts in what we do here, it could be almost similar, parallel to one of those TED Talk things.
Yeah.
Because we kind of parallel into some
We're
stuff.
We're just a lot goofier than...
Yeah, we have some drinks and it's pretty low key. Yeah. So we're not really the motivating type, but I think our way of speaking and just our way of being as people is just trying to, be ourselves, but yet try to figure things out at the same time, right?
We're just things out.
We're just doing it our way, really. I mean, essentially.
'Cause I did it my way. Regrets, I had a few.
Nice. I did it my way.
Yep.
I've been motivated to pretend I can get better at singing.
You have been getting better at singing. You used to be awful. Awful.
Okay. I used to be very tone deaf, and I used to barely understand notes and figure them out and stuff. And as a music maker, music guy, it was kind of important. But if you listen to some of my older stuff, you're going to clearly hear that some of my notes might not line up.
I used to try and explain this to you because I am not tone deaf.
Yeah.
And I would be like, your notes are not going together.
Yeah.
And you could not understand
because
that.
I'm a drummer and I'm half tone deaf, so a lot of the stuff... And it's funny to put it out there because it's the honest truth about
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff that I made in the past, trying to line up notes and make melodies work together and things like that. And I've gotten way better now. But if you look at like what I used to do versus where I'm at with notes and trying to figure out what goes with what, I was pretty clueless. Like I didn't even understand where to place things. Or
Yeah,
what
you
to
were just
do.
kind of in the clicking mode.
Yeah,
right?
like I come up with like a pattern in my head and I try to figure out how to do it or whatever. But the actual notes were like lost on me because
Right.
I was more of a rhythm guy, right?
Yeah.
I'll always be a rhythm guy, but
Well, that's the basis of any
yeah. But trying to sing helps you try to figure out where the notes are
And
at.
I think
stuff.
learning to play keyboard really helped you with that too.
Mhm.
You started
Yeah.
being able to
Playing the notes on the keyboard because I'm a visual person.
Yeah.
I started connecting it together and then seeing where they're at and being able to play it. Like it really helped me out.
Yeah.
So motivation for me towards that has been a discovery process.
Okay.
So I think motivation can also help you discover things. Like,
Interesting.
yeah, like in a way, like motivation can help you.
Like motivation to get better at what you like? Like,
yeah, that too. Yeah.
Like, do you mean because you were a musician and you were trying to compose things? No,
Yeah.
well, not you were. You are a musician.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're
yeah.
trying to compose things. And did you find yourself running into maybe like some roadblocks? And
Yeah,
like, okay,
totally.
Well,
I felt like I was limited on what I could do without understanding more notes and understanding more. I felt like I was limited in what I could make because I wasn't at a level where I could, match a vocal up with a certain key or something like
Right.
that. So to get myself over those limits, I had to learn more about, how to progress all the chords and how to, kind of make notes sound better together and what works and stuff. But it was so like, interesting to start that, and I needed to stay motivated to get over that level of like, I don't even understand how to line this up, and these notes don't match. But once I figured it out and like I understood it more, it took some motivation to get like past it. But once you figure it out and you understand notes more, it's cool.
I think one of the there's a word I'm looking for.
Hey, look, it's blue.
Enlightening? I don't know. When
Look,
you
it's green.
woo
Hey, look, it's blue.
woo
Now it's green.
woo.
These are both like blue, kind of like.
This is like a mint. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but this is a mint.
No, fair.
That's like an ice blue. But in any event, when you told me that one day when you were like looking up all the notes and you were learning stuff like that for bass, and you were like, I just learned that A sharp is B flat. And I was like,
I had that day.
it was kind of eye-opening for me because I've had so much training in that, I guess. Like, because I was in concert band for my entire high school career.
Yeah.
And, went to all kinds of things and had to read music and stuff. And, like, that's just kind of in my head. But it's funny for someone who didn't have that.
I didn't have much training and much music training. I didn't have the much music VJ training, so I didn't know how to throw to music videos. But I didn't have musical training, so to say, so I had to learn, what I wanted to know on my own, right? And it's really weird when you start to learn, and it's like that with so many things, but like two different things are actually talking about the same thing. It's like when you talk about spiders and you can say their, name, their kind of common name, but then you can get into the Latin names and you're talking about the same thing or whatever, most insects, different things, right? Music is kind of the same with a lot of stuff, and you can say, A sharp, B flat and whatever, and you're just noting it all the same and stuff, but until you realize that, you're kind of clueless.
Yeah.
And you're looking at this stuff being like, why is it two different ways? Like, but then as soon as you find out that they're talking about the same thing, but you can write it two different ways. And it's like, it's a language, but like if you think about the languages that we speak, whatever language you're speaking, you can be talking about the same thing, but you can say it like 1,000 different ways.
Well, yeah,
right?
and like English,
because it's just words.
English
it's
isn't really like
music is a language.
Yes, music absolutely is a
You know
language.
what I'm
It's a
saying?
universal language, which I think
It
is
is.
beautiful.
Yeah, and music is the most universal language that exists.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You take away lyrics and stuff, and you just have melodies.
If you just look at notation, then anybody can understand it.
Yeah, it's universal. It is a universal language for sure.
But English isn't really like that, where it doesn't really matter necessarily how you say a word in English.
That's fair.
Where there's a lot of languages that it matters.
Okay.
Like in Japanese or Ojibwe, depending on how you say the word, it'll have two different meanings.
Oh, okay.
So the word will be exactly the same. It's just the emphasis will be on a different part of that word, which makes it a different meaning.
Huh.
And I knew that about Japanese because I've been into that culture for years, but I just recently learned that it's like that
for that language.
For Ojibwe.
Yeah. Because
a good friend of mine is native and she's been looking into a lot of that stuff lately. And she was telling me that because we were talking about naming species of things and different animals, and how in Ojibwe sometimes the word for an animal will be different but the same.
Okay.
Like it'll be like, we'll just say tarantula will be the same word as spider, but you'll say it slightly differently for it to mean tarantula as opposed to spider.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like a specific one. I can't quite remember. I'm just remember. I'm just giving you an example.
One member. I'm gonna use that. One member. That's actually really cool. But I know what you're saying though.
Yeah.
That's neat. Yeah. And I love that, how little small things can make such a difference in languages and stuff. And French has a ton of that too, where it's like accents and if you want to get all into the details of it and stuff. I mean, some of it I think maybe makes sense and it's cool to remember. But I think a lot of it can be simplified, and I'm not sure how. I'm not the language changer, but I think a lot of it can maybe be reworked. I don't know. Like some spelling stuff, especially in French. Like, well, there's a lot of
God.
stuff.
Ugh. I hate grammar in French. Grammar.
French grammar is hard.
Grammar sucks.
French grammar.
You know what's funny? What's funny about me is that I am a good writer because I don't know if this is a musician in me, but I hear the words. I don't know how to really explain it, but I hear them.
Okay.
So I can write really well because I know what it sounds like. But when you ask me to do like a quiz or explain grammar, I can't. So when I was in high school, I would get fantastic marks on things like essays or book reports, stuff like that. But then when it came to doing the actual tests and exams, I would almost fail. Because I just don't understand. You said no farting on camera.
I wasn't me.
You farted.
You
farted at the bar.
It wasn't me. There must be like.
And we have Brussels sprouts.
That's probably why.
Don't fart in this close vicinity with Brussels sprouts.
That's probably why. Your whole sentence just went out the door. I ruined it. You were going pretty good there.
You ruined it and killed my vibe with your fart.
But I knew what you were talking about.
Your Brussels fart.
I was totally following you, and then I got sprouted. Well, that's what happens when you eat healthy, folks. Eat a lot of fiber.
No, it's true. There's whole scientific experiments on this about vegans and vegetarians and how they fart more. Oh shit! I almost made you. Oh. Oh my god! I killed him.
It's coming out my nose, man.
I killed him. I'm sorry.
It's coming out my nose. I felt the drop.
Oh no! Your eyes are watering. Oh no!
I felt the drop. You French grammar farted me in the nose. You punctuated my nose, and now the drink is coming down.
Oh no, drink it again.
Oh no, I gotta leave it there for a while. I can't. I'm gonna have a reflux. You refluxed me into laughing.
So sorry.
You made me laugh it all the way up and then come back down again.
Sorry.
It's okay. It was an acidy, refluxy
Probably.
thing.
I mean, really, it should not be acidy. There's nothing in here that is
No, but I think I
carbonated.
burped and did a weird thing.
It was just too much.
Laugh, burp, kind of.
Well, anything that comes out your nose is shitty.
Yeah, I'm trying to cleanse.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It happened. But yeah. I mean, it's French grammar makes you do that.
That's not what made you laugh.
I know. I'm just saying. There's so many different things that are, happening with grammar and stuff and French grammar that it's a weird thing.
Most boring subject ever.
Because you were talking about that for a little bit.
Grammar.
I know. Yeah, we won't even talk about
Barf.
it. We won't even talk about it.
I stupidly, speaking of English class, decided that it would be a good idea to do my final book report thingy.
Brussels sprout farts?
No, this is English.
English farts? Did you fart in English class?
No. So, yeah, we had like a book report thing we had to do where we had to pick one author and then get 3 different books from that author and compare everything about them from their subject matter to their grammar.
Fair.
And I thought it would be a good idea to use Anne Rice as an example.
Oh, yeah?
And I know you haven't read an Anne Rice book.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't think you have.
Yeah, she's not... I never really jumped into that.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
But I got, more reading that I've been doing. So
absolutely.
Maybe jump into that one.
But she is, or was, rest in peace, a very deep writer. Like, she's very descriptive.
Cool.
Her books, for the most part, are fairly dense because of that.
Fair. And
holy crap, I regretted it. As much as I love her as an author, why didn't I pick a different author?
That's fair. Wasn't your best author?
It was a lot.
Her writing's heavy.
Yeah, and it was a lot to read in, one semester.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to describe my albums that I made a little bit. Speaking of motivation and music and writing and stuff. But I want to go grab them upstairs because they're on the table. So I'm gonna hit the pause button. This is gonna be a first on the bar, unless you can handle it for like.
Oh no! You pause this shit. I'll sit.
So just do a pause face and then I'll unpause. Okay, you hold that because I'm gonna go pause it.
I don't know if that was the same at all, but we'll see.
Okay, and we're back.
Yeah,
we're back. So I grabbed the CDs from my album as the album of the week this week, and I wanted to describe these because, as we were saying, these are from a couple years ago. So and I have so much music that I've made that I had to put it onto 2 CDs. So my album of the week this week is my own motivational self-promotional album. It's called Dance Bangers. And if you like dance music... Nice, that was a good rhythm.
Thanks.
If you like dance music, these are really good CDs, albums. You can get the digital version. I know that's very popular these days. Some people might want the CDs. I have a few copies of that. But yeah, if you like dance music, I want to describe it a little bit because it goes
all
into...
over the place.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a ride.
Yeah. So if you're an artist that likes to draw or somebody that likes to paint maybe, you might enjoy listening to this. I think it goes well with if you're painting something.
It's good to listen to if you're walking. I've done that.
Yeah, if you're walking, it kind of gets you, fired up a little bit, moving.
Workout music.
It's mostly up-tempo stuff. I tried to keep it pretty up-tempo as far as the beats go. And as far as the overall kind of sound goes, it's very up-tempo. It's an uplifting double album because there's so much music. It doesn't even fit on one CD. But yeah, and this was made a couple years ago. So it's really funny because even when I listen to it now, and that's kind of the thing with music, and a lot of people will say, like, you have to say that a song or something is done when it's done, but then you go re-listen to it and there's always something you could change or redo, or you learned something new or whatever, right? So for me, listening to this is interesting because this is stuff that I made a couple years back, and you know, putting it all together was really neat because the things I've learned now would make it different in a way, but I love that it encapsulates like the point in time where I made it, and I wouldn't change a thing. Like, I wouldn't change it, even if some stuff isn't at, you know, the sound level or the quality of stuff I can make now with what I've learned. I wouldn't change anything on it, and that's why I think it's cool. And I think a lot of people that make music kind of have that feeling too. Yeah, like they wouldn't change the song or change the sound. They just learned something. Maybe they would do something different now. Right. But the stuff you made, you know, that just kind of is what it is, right? So if you like dance music, check out the album of the week made by myself at Wylez Productions. That's what I call my production thing. Wylez Productions, Dance Bangers. Check that out. Good production. And like I said, the quality is really good, but I've learned a bit since I made that. So, you know, I do have new stuff out even past this.
Just not as a physical copy.
Exactly. Digital stuff, yeah. So I might make another physical CD down the road, because, you know, growing up in the 90s, CDs were so popular, and I still love CDs, I enjoy popping in a CD. Digital has its place, and, you know, there's all kinds of formats, but I'm a CD person because that's kind of what I grew up with. So I like making CDs. I could see myself in the future putting together, you know, another CD with some of my newer stuff that I've been making and stuff like that too, so... As far as sounds go, you know, I try to mix, you know, weird things. Like, you know, I'll put like an orchestra level on some like high synth string with like
there is an orchestra type song on one of those. I don't know which disc it is.
Yeah, I think really even one song's called like Orchestra Bingo, so it's like different orchestra things that I kind of put together. Like some of the names of the songs are pretty funky and stuff. So yeah, it's my self-promotional kind of
sorry for the
album
Exorcist
of the week.
Moment.
It's all good. Yeah.
Album of the week.
We were talking about like motivation towards your own stuff too.
Yeah,
right?
I think that the self-promotion thing is going to have to be another video.
Yeah, that's like a whole topic on its own. Like how to promote stuff, and like even if you're super proud of something that you did, self-promoting it is such a tricky thing.
It is.
And it's a lot of times, like you make things, you put it aside. You don't know how to self-promote very well, but you try to kind of work it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And self-promotion is tricky for everyone. So, yeah, I'm just putting my own albums out there this week as the albums of the week. Technically, it's one album, but it's 2 CDs because it didn't fit onto one CD because there's a lot of dance music on there. So, if dance music is a thing and you love to dance, give it a try.
Dance, party in pants. Yeah.
Absolutely. And yeah, motivation towards keeping on going, I think, is a lot easier when you're doing the things you like to do. Usually. Like, ultimately, and I know what you were saying before, like that guy was saying, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't my own perspective.
No, but I understand what he's saying, though. You know, it's like, you want to try to keep doing what you're doing, and to stay motivated to do it, you got to just keep doing it. It's not even really staying motivated, it's just you got to keep doing it, you know what I mean? And if it's what you like to do, then, you know, it's not going to be that hard.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah?
Yeah. At least for me. Like, sometimes I find, like...
Maybe.
I do lack motivation to art, whether it's to draw or to paint or what have you. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like it. You know, it takes a lot of energy to do that. Yeah. For me, at least. Yeah. Like, mental and physical. Fair. And sometimes I just don't have that. And for a long time, I did just, like, not give myself the option of not doing it. And it made me sick at the end of it. So, yeah. I've learned to take my days when I just don't feel like it. But
Fair.
That, it depends on where you are in life, right? Like,
yeah. No, I totally hear you, and it depends on, what you want to try to accomplish in different days, and every day is a little bit different. And I think that's the cool thing in life is when every day is a little bit different, you don't know exactly how you want to accomplish things in certain days, and depending on what you're doing in that day, it could be working out, it could be not, but you're trying to, do it the best that you can. Whether you're fishing or making a song or playing a live set.
Yep.
I think playing live sets is always tricky to get just right. No matter if you're a DJ, if you're a drummer, if you're a band, playing live and playing live sets to the point where you enjoyed your live set, we've played a few. It's being live in the moment with that thing that you're doing is always kind of the trickiest thing.
Yeah.
But, you do what you can.
Do what you can. And I think that's
You're out of juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out of juice. That was awesome. I've laughed my face off today.
Your drink came out your nose?
My drink came out my nose.
Solid.
My albums are up. Put yours on that side. I'll put mine right here. My own dance albums. Hopefully, some people check it out, listen to it. Honestly, it's a fun music that I make, and yeah, man, I want to put more dance energy into the world, and I want to get people to move around and enjoy this life because the time is short. And if you need to take, a few hours and dance or put on some dance music and have a good time for a little while, man, do it. Because it'll change your mood. It'll change the way that you see things in your own life if you're just dancing around a little bit. And it's fun, and you're going to have some fun. So whether you listen to these or any dance music, I just love dance music for what it does to, making you have a good time.
There you go.
So we'll wrap it up before I laugh till it comes out of my nose again.
Yes.
And thanks everyone for tuning in to today's bar episode. And we could probably keep going for another hour, 2 hours.
I would choose you, but I have nothing left. Oh, I have a dribble.
Oh, is that enough? Yeah, you can drink that because I wouldn't want you to cheers and then.
No, that's bad luck.
Okay, well maybe we'll just chill then.
Oh no, it's awkward. It's awkward.
All right. Cheers! Ah, you broke the glass!
That would have sucked.
Later, everyone.
Bye!